There she is, the You-Yang. Been my favourite playground for many years. Well, here we go again. Today we're doing the 16.5k loop, as well as that serious black run, which will add another couple of k's to it. Well, unfortunately the wind knocked me bike over this morning. It's broken the teeth off the quad lock, which holds the phone for filming. So yeah, there'll be limited filming today, but you'll still see some of it. I'll do it by hand. Well, the game plan now is not to touch the ground for nearly 2 hours. Non-stop, full lap of the Uis, as well as I'm throwing in a couple extra black runs. No touching the ground, 2 hours. Time for the leg burners. Up we go. Been plenty of rain out here. Well, we're almost halfway up the top of this really big hill, the biggest one out here. We've got that serious black run I'm going to nail with all the doubles and berms and rockeries and rock drop-offs and trees and limbs laying across the track that have just got enough room for your tyre, all that sort of stuff. It does add an extra couple of kilometres onto the ride, but I'm up for it. The sun's out and there's a bit of a breeze which helps keep me cool at the right temp. So it's all going well. We'll get this last little leg done up here on the hill. It's about to get really steep, so the phone's going back in my pocket because the quad locks. Actually no, I can do the smooth stuff with the quad lock. Anything rough it'll just fall out. But I jumped on eBay just before and bought a newie, so that'll be here by next weekend. Well, there we go. We made it up that big hill without stopping. Now we're going to send it on that black run with all the doubles. And I am going to stop and set the camera up so you can see what it's at least 6 meters from tip to tip. I hit it at about 45 kilometers an hour and hopefully make it enough to hit the sweet spot, make it a smooth landing. So anyway, you'll see that in a minute. There's heaps of doubles, heaps of berms. It's a very fast black run. It's it's pretty serious. Once we get through this black run, we go right down the bottom, which means I've got to do that hardest hill out here on the Great Circle Drive. I've got to do it twice today to get back up. Then we start again on a blue run, black run, another blue run, then a green run, and then we'll be back at the car by 12 o'clock. I'm trying to do it in under 2 hours. Hey guys. How you going? Good, thanks. Here we go. We get up to 50 kilometers an hour in this one. This is called Crest. I've decided to come back and give you a bit more of a close-up. There's one of the berms. You come around there as fast as your tyres will hang on. There's the jump there. And from the tip of that to the tip of that would be 5 meters. No problem whatsoever. From there to there, there's the landing ramp. So you're about to see me hit that at 40 plus. The big one is down further at 6. It could even be 8 meters. It's way bigger than this one. You're going to see that in a few minutes. The big one's coming up. You can see just there's a little set of doubles. They alone are probably 3 or 4 meters from rock to rock at fairly high speed, just quietly. So I've left the bike there ready to set this camera up. So you're doing full noise down here, 40, 45 kilometers an hour. You take that berm out, the wheels are skidding, a bit aquaplaning going on, bit of dual wheel skid, and you come flying down here and hit these doubles. I'm actually going to measure it today just so I've got a pretty good idea on the meterage, on how far apart they are. Like you can see how tall it is, and you're hitting it flat out. Look at the angle of that berm. That's to give you enough camber so that you can hit it flat out. There she is. That's the chicken run there if you want to go around it, or hit it full noise. I'll give you a look at it from the side. It's a lot more than 6 meters. Anyway, we'll get up here and have a look. There's the ramp, and there's your meterage. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 8 meters. I'll go down and measure it. Then the track continues. This is not even halfway this point, and this is a very fast black diamond run. Right, so I just paced it out. It's close to 7 meters, so 6.5, 7 meters. I'm just going to set the camera up and I'm going to hit that thing full noise. Found a nice bit of wood here to set the camera up. Hopefully we'll get this on film and it should go all right. My son Jackson said to me last night, he goes, "Dad, make sure you film that big jump, get it from the front so we can see you coming and going and get the whole lot." This is for you, Jacko. Here goes. One more, good luck. This one's for you, Seth. Wow, that run's 1.5 kilometres long. You normally do it in, under 2 minutes. You get flying down that track. Well, that's mission accomplished for that black run. Now I've got several hills to get back up and the worst one, but that's all right. The biggest thing I found over the years was the mind talks you out of so many things. Once you learn to overcome and be in control of what you're doing rather than thinking negative, the mind will always make you think negative, and don't do things. Talk yourself out of it. There's another way. You've got to overcome it and deliberately flip it upside down and do the complete opposite to what the mind's telling you to do when you're talking about doing things hard and fitness and all the things that your imagination wants you to do. Then when you go to do it, the bloody mind talks you out of it. It can be very frustrating at times, but I'll tell you what, one of the biggest goals that you'll ever kick is learning how to control your mind and overcome the negatives, flip them into positives, and show it who's boss. Yeah, there's that big section up in front of me. It's huge. It's easily 45 degrees. It could even be worse. But I can hear guys going down through the tracks, down through the valley there, yelling out. They're hitting natural highs. They're enjoying themselves so much. And over the back of that mountain over there, right at the back of the You Yangs, there's a gun club. You might be able to hear some gunshots going off when I stop talking, but there's quite a few going off. There's a few guys shooting out there today. It's all target practice out there. There's no stopping us. Hey, a big shout out to Paul and Pauline in Townsville. We'll be up there in a couple of months, guys. I think the start of August we're starting to organise our next trip, and we're all going to climb Welsh's Pyramid, which is the tallest mountain in Queensland. I was up there about 7 months ago, and I'd hurt my knee, so I couldn't climb it, but it's on the bucket list. It's getting done. So there's a few of us going up from Geelong, and we're meeting some friends in Townsville. Wayne, when you see this, we'll be coming to see you, mate. Don't worry about that. Leah, the Joneses, and a couple other people Margaret and I met while we were on our trip. We'll come and see everybody. We'll be there for about 5 days, and Welsh's Pyramid, man, it's nearly a 6-hour return trip. It's a hike. It's just a walk up this straight, almost vertical bloody mountain. It's huge. It's actually on it's on our Gordon Vale video, just near Cairns. I actually filmed it all with the drone, and you can see it from our camp, Welsh's Pyramid. But yeah, I can't wait to get up there and see all you guys in Townsville. It'll be great. We'll be flying in and flying out over 4 or 5 days. So looking forward to catching up to you guys. Paul and Pauline, today's movie was for you guys. We've got another blue run, another black run, and then another blue run. And we're going to hit 20 kilometres today. I've worked it all out in my head. 20 kilometres. I'm hoping to do it in about 2 hours. So Townsville mob, see you soon. I've had a very strange noise coming from the back wheel for that last 10 minutes. I thought I'd better stop and pull it up. I found we have a completely broken spoke which was rubbing on the inside of the hub in there. Sounded like there was a stone or something in the brakes, but it's completely snapped off. A few weeks ago I was out here when my mate Dave was in Hervey Bay. I was out here by myself and I kicked up a big stick and it went straight through there and bent all the, I'm assuming it's the same spoke, and it was bent really bad. But then when I got home I straightened it and tightened it and made it all good. But now it's obviously too much pressure on the head of the spoke and it's pulled out, made that funny noise on me. But anyway, she's due for a good service. I serviced the gears and that yesterday and they come up really good, but it's either due for some serious maintenance or maybe even a newie. There's nothing wrong with this one, it's just the rider's getting a bit more heavy duty, that's all it is. This is the bit where we get up to over 40 kilometres an hour. Oh, two-wheel drift, one-handed. That was good fun. So make sure when you get into this sort of serious stuff that you've got long pants, long sleeves, knee guards, elbow guards, full face helmet, eye protection, padded shorts. Make sure you've got the whole lot, because when you do these sort of activities, sooner or later you have an accident. The severity of it is up to the whatever it is that happens at the time, but if you've got the safety gear on, there's a very good chance that you'll be okay. So full safety gear when you're doing these extreme sports. Like me. Nothing but good vibes out here, guys. Well, that turned out to be all right. That turned out to be 19 kilometres exactly, 2 hours and 7 minutes with all the stops and the setting the camera up, and yeah, there's a bit of that where I've had to stop and set the camera up to get that little bit of extra footage of me being on the run. But we went from ground level to 350 metres in altitude out the back, so that sort of tells you can see it in that relive clip. It tells you all the stats. So 2 hours and 7 minutes to do 19 Ks on a mountain bike with all those obstacles and filming. I'm pretty happy with that.